Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Bips Universe. In the second part, we had gone to Dangmal to see the crocodiles. You all have liked that video very much. Thanks for all your love you have shared to me. This is the third part of our Odisha tour, and if you have not watched the second and the first part of the video, the link is above, and I also will provide the link down in the description box below. Do watch those videos, and then after that watch this third part, then it will be better guide for you. So yesterday, as I had said in the video earlier, that first in the morning after the breakfast we went to Dangmal to visit the crocodiles, and then in after returning from Dangmal we will have our lunch, and then we will go towards Kalibhanjadaho, which is nearest to Nalia Pathia post. So right now it's 1:30 p.m. We reached here by 1 p.m. and the tour guide who is conducting our tour, he's told us to visit him by 2:30 p.m. after completing the lunch. So we had only 1.5 hour times to reach there. I have taken the shower and got fresh. Now waiting for everyone else. When they come, we'll go together, have our lunch and visit Kalibhanjadaho near the Nalia Pathia. So stay tuned till the last of the video to see the entire video, and do like, comment and share the video. And if you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe to my channel. I will truly appreciate it. So let's go.
Yesterday we proceeded through the creeks in the Bhitar and Kanika division. Today we are going towards the tower. It's the watchtower from where the entire Bhitar Kanika forest can be seen. From that tower we will proceed towards Kalibhanjadaho. In a bit complex and fragile mangrove ecosystem and the endangered flora fauna associated with it, Government of Orissa made the sanctuary of Bhitarkanika with the area of 672 square kilometers. Subsequently, in the year 1998, the core area of Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary, composing of 145 square kilometers, was declared as a national park. The area has also been designated as the second Ramsar site, that is, the wetland of international importance of the state, during August 2002. It is a unique area with rich biodiversity as it covers different ecosystems such as the landmass, tidal water bodies of the deltaic region, estuaries, and territorial waters of the Bay of Bengal, along with their associated flora and fauna. The deltaic region, formed by the alluvial deposits of river Brahmani, Baitarani, and Dhamra, and the Mahanadi deltaic area, comprising of about 3,000 square kilometers, forms the proposed Bhitarkanika Biosphere Reserve. This deltaic region is a unique bioclimatic zone in a typical geographic situation in the coastal region of Bay of Bengal. It is located in the Kendrapara district of the state of Orissa. The proposed Bhitarkanika Biosphere Reserve covers erstwhile Kanika and Kujang Zamindari area. It includes at present the three protected areas, namely Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary, Bhitarkanika National Park, and the Gahirmatha Marine Wildlife Sanctuary. The resilient mangroves serve the protective functions to a greater extent. It protects the hinterland against cyclonic storms during cyclones, supercyclones, tidal surges, and other natural catastrophes, acting as an effective shelter belt. In the unprecedented supercyclone of October 1999, the mangroves has withstood the onslaught of cyclonic wind and saved the life and property of millions of people. Mangrove wetlands perform a variety of productive as well as protective functions. This mangrove wetland in particular is a repository of biological diversity in terms of flora and fauna. This ecosystem harbors the largest number of saltwater crocodile population in the Indian subcontinent. Other reptilian fauna include monitor lizard, Indian python, king cobra, and varieties of other snake species. It also harbors a number of endangered animals like fishing cat, leopard cat, dolphins, and porpoises. So we are heading towards the watchtower via this ancient Shiva temple of 8 kilometers via the jungle path. I should give a disclaimer in this case that before coming and arriving at the watchtower, you should stay protected and maintain safe distance from the water bodies and the dense forest where there are predominant crocodiles ranging all over. Do not visit this area without proper protection. It can be life threatening because all the animals here graze in an unprotected state and can anytime attack if you are found single or not in packs. So we have arrived towards the watchtower of the Kanika Raja, which was used in ancient times for hunting animals. Nowadays, this watchtower is used to pay a close attention to the entire forest area by the forest guards. The view is really beautiful to look at from this place. We spent quite a time here and then went off. On the way, we found this rare buttress root.
Over the hills and far from her, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side.
The wetlands supports one of the largest mangrove ecosystems after Sundarbans, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh in the Indian mainland. It has more than 300 numbers of plant species which include mangroves, mangrove associates and non-mangroves. The floral diversity of Bhitarkanika wetland is known to be largest in India and second largest after Papua New Guinea in the world. Considering the genetic diversity of the wetland and its importance, the Mangrove Steering Committee of Government of India have established its National Mangrove Genetic Resource Conservation Center in one of the islands of this wetland, that is Kalibhonjodia Island, where we will go next. The area supports rich biodiversity including mangroves and mangrove associates in 71 species, largest population of estuarine crocodiles 1358 as per 2004 census. The rare white crocodiles which is named Sankhua, largest Indian lizards, water monitor, poisonous and non-poisonous snakes like king cobra and python, varieties of resident and migratory birds which are 217 species, and number of mammalian species which are spotted deer, sambar, wild boar, fishing cat, jungle cat, other etc. In comparison to the national amphibians, the Gahirmatha sea beach bordering the sanctuary attracts hundreds and thousands of olive ridley sea turtles for mass nesting or egg-laying, world's largest rookery during the water months of January to April. Endemism in Bhitarkanika is not fully explored, yet it is unexpected to be there, particularly in sectors like mangrove flora and benthic fauna, soil fauna, aquatic flora and fauna. Among the 3 species of Sundari trees available, Heribera canicensis or Kanika sundari is endemic to Bhitarkanika. Bhitarkanika is endowed with a very complex and dynamic ecosystem and is highly fragile in nature. The ecosystem is complex in a sense that all the sub-ecosystem, namely freshwater, marine and terrestrial, are intricately mixed with each other. The essential factor for maintenance of such ecosystem is regular influx of fresh water from adjoining land and tidal inflow from the sea. Any change in the regime of either factor is likely to affect a corresponding change in the mangrove ecosystem. So our journey of 8 kilometers jungle trail is over now, and we will head towards Dhamrai port via Kalibonjo Daho now. Again, I am giving a disclaimer in this case that do not walk single here. Remain in packs if you want to avoid the animal attack, and if in case any animal attacks you right now, then stay very calm and composed. Do not run or do not shout. That will cause you more life-threatening cases. So we are back on the jetty again, and we are heading towards Kalibonjo Daho. From Kalibonjo Daho we will go towards the Dhamrai port and visit the Dhamrai temple. Daho is named after the son of the king of Kanika. The name of his son was Kali, and the king and his son was betrayed by the opponents, and they killed his son and buried in this area. Therefore, the name remained Kali Bhonjo Daho. Kali, the name of the king's son, Bhonjo means murder, and Daho means burial. towards the Dhamra port. Dhamra is one of the deep draft ports of India which can be accommodate super cape-size vessels. It is an all-weather multi-user multi-cargo port poised to become the largest and most efficient port in the east coast of India. Situated between Haldia and Paradeep, Dhamra port is in close proximity to the mineral belt of Odisha, Jharkhand and West Bengal, offers deepened hinterland connectivity and operational efficiency. Dhamrai temple is one of its kinds. It is believed that one merchant, namely Dhaneshwar, who often traded with the Sinhalese, that is Sri Lanka, had brought a deity, namely Pashana Mangala, from Sri Lanka and had established the same at Dhamara on his way back home. The said deity later on came to be known as Ma Dhamarai, and along with that the temple was about to known as Dhamarai Temple. বহুদিন ভাব তরঙ্গে ভেসেছে কতই রঙ্গে, বহুদিন ভাব তরঙ্গে ভেসেছে কতই রঙ্গে, সুজনের সঙ্গে হলো দেখা শোনা। এখন বলে বলুক লোকে মন্দ, বিরহে প্রাণ আর বাঁচে না। এখন বলে বলুক লোকে মন্দ, বিরহে প্রাণ আর বাঁচে না। দেখেছি দেখেছি রূপসাগরে মনের মানুষ কাঁচা সোনা, তারে ধরে ধরে মনে করি, ধরতে গেলে ধরা দেয় না। ধরি ধরি মনে করি, ধরতে গেলে ধরা দেয় না। দেখেছি দেখেছি রূপসাগরে মনের মানুষ কাঁচা সোনা, দেখেছি রূপসাগরে মনের মানুষ কাঁচা সোনা।